Happy Pride Month! In honor of Pride Month, here are my 7 favorite queer horror films that I would recommend. First up is Mulholland Drive. Mulholland Drive is written and directed by David Lynch. David Lynch isn't a classic horror director, but I would say that all of his films have quite a bit of horror aspects to them, and Mulholland Drive is no exception. Mulholland Drive is a surrealist neo-noir thriller. The entire movie focuses on an unrequited lesbian relationship. In typical David Lynch fashion, not everything is what it seems in this film, and it definitely leaves a bit up to your interpretation. But I would say it's David Lynch's most accessible work of his last 3 surrealist films. So I recommend everyone check it out, and it's a good entry point into Lynch. My next recommendation would be I Saw the TV Glow. This is a 2024 film, and it's one of my favorite films of the entire year. This film focuses on the egg crack moment, which is referring to that moment where you admit to yourself that you are transgender. And the writer and director of this film wrote this on their own experience. This film is also very inspired by Lynch. It's surrealist, it's beautiful looking, and beautifully acted. This movie really knows how to hit you in all of your feels. This might not be classically horror, but it is definitely existential horror in my opinion. But luckily, it does leave the audience with a hopeful message. Additionally, I would recommend Let the Right One In. Let the Right One In was made during the massive vampire craze, and it is a very fun spin on the genre. This film captures the complexity of identity, specifically gender identity, because the main character, Eli, is revealed to be a boy who is castrated and now identifies or is presenting as a girl. I'd also recommend Cuckoo. This is also from 2024, and it is starring trans actress Hunter Schafer. In addition, Hunter's character in the film is also dating a woman, and I think this film really focuses on found family and what found family looks like for queer individuals. This movie is definitely not what I thought it would be based off trailers, but I think it makes it all the more fun. It's very quirky and weird, so I definitely recommend. It wouldn't be a queer horror list if we didn't talk about Jennifer's Body. Jennifer's Body really critiques the perception that women's sexuality should be perceived by the lens in which they are with men. Our sexuality is really often seen on how it is centered around men, not our own independent choices. And there's a very clear romantic and or sexual attraction between the 2 main women characters in this film. I mean, there's directly a quote that says, "I thought you only kill boys," and then she goes, "I go both ways." This film is fun, funny, and was heavily misunderstood upon its release. Also recommend Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is so fun. It focuses on a queer relationship at the center of its narrative, and queerness is normalized within the friend group in this movie. This is very little horror and mostly comedy, but it does have a really fun twist at the